The Royal Academy's top S-rank student, Reina, invoked a rare ability, a radiant sigil. No one could replicate it. But across the arena, a janitor's mop began to glow.
What? That's impossible. That ability is unique. No one outside my bloodline has ever.
This feeling, like a forgotten language suddenly remembered. My body moved before my mind could catch up.
The janitor, Kenta, stared as his mop became a blazing staff. Blue aura erupted from his hands, uncontrolled and terrifying.
Who are you? A janitor doesn't just duplicate an S-rank technique. What training have you had?
I don't know. I've never trained. Something in me reacted. I am sorry. I didn't mean to cause trouble.
Before another word could be spoken, Academy security swarmed. Kenta was seized and dragged toward the holding cells.
Confine him. No visitors. Seal the records. This never happened.
Your academy file ends 30 years ago. No birth records, no training. I am going to find the truth.
But the Academy had already begun to bury that truth. And in the shadows, a 30-year-old secret stirred awake. Reina entered the Academy's digital archives using her S-rank clearance. Holographic files flickered as she searched for one name, Kenta.
His employment file created 30 years ago. No birth certificate, no prior address. He simply appeared.
She tried to access deeper layers. The system flashed red. Restricted, director-level clearance required.
They're hiding something. A janitor with no past doesn't just absorb an S-rank ability without reason.
In his office, Director Kurosawa received an immediate alert. He watched Reina's search in real time.
She's too close. If she finds the Genesis file, everything will unravel. I must contain this. Activate covert surveillance on Reina. Log every contact, every keystroke. Report to me directly.
I won't let them bury this. I'll find another way. Old servers, physical archives, anything.
That night, Reina began illegally accessing old Academy servers from her dorm, searching for Genesis and O01, and the director, monitoring from the shadows, let her search. He needed to know if she had allies. Deep in the restricted physical archives, Reina found a dusty shelf. A single file lay apart, sealed with a faded Academy crest.
Project Genesis, Subject 001. This is it. This is what they've been hiding.
She tried to break the seal, but a biolock rejected her access. A holographic warning flashed. Director clearance required. Reina stormed into the director's office without an appointment. The sealed file clutched in her hand.
What is Project Genesis? Why does a janitor's DNA appear in every S-rank lineage? Tell me the truth.
That file is a classified artifact. You have overstepped your authority, Miss Reina. This is dangerous ground.
I have the right to know. That man, Kenta, duplicated my ability. He has no past because you erased it.
You misunderstand. He is a failed prototype, a danger to society. For your own safety, forget this conversation.
As Reina left, the director's composure cracked. He slammed his fist on the desk.
Immediate transfer. Move subject 001 to the deepest containment cell. We may need to accelerate the elimination protocol.
Deep beneath the Academy, Kenta was thrown into a dark isolation cell. The suppression cuffs bit into his wrists. Suddenly, a spike of pain shot through his skull. Images flooded his mind. A sterile lab, a baby in a capsule.
What is this? That capsule. Subject 001, it's me.
The flashback intensified. Needles, blue serum, and a cold voice. Suppress the cognitive functions. He must never remember.
They erased me, took my memories, sealed my power. But why? And why now am I seeing this?
In her dorm, Reina bypassed the Academy firewall, accessing the dormant Project Genesis database.
Partial decryption. Progenitor DNA. Suppression protocol. He's not a failed prototype, he's the original source. They suppressed his abilities and memories, then monitored him for decades. But why would they? Unless his power is dormant, not gone.
Director Kurosawa activated a holographic countdown. 48 hours. A silent alarm pulsed through the Academy's hidden network.
If he awakens fully, he'll absorb every ability we engineered. The Academy's legacy and its S ranks will be consumed.
Reina cross-referenced the partial decryption with her own genetic profile. The overlapping markers formed an undeniable pattern.
It's not just me. Every S-rank family, their DNA is built on his. He's the progenitor, the original source.
She printed the evidence and burst into the director's office once more, slamming the sheets onto his desk.
You didn't just experiment, you built every S-rank from him. He's not a prototype, he's our genetic foundation.
Then you understand the danger. If he awakens, he'll reclaim every ability. All S ranks will be drained. I suppressed him to protect you.
He's twisting the truth. But if I expose this, will I be responsible for destroying every S rank?
Silence, Reina, for the greater good. One word, and the Academy collapses. I know you won't betray your own kind.
Reina nodded stiffly, her throat tight. She promised silence, but as she walked out, her knuckles were white.
I won't let them kill him. He deserves the truth. I'll find a way to warn him before it's too late.
In the depths of the Academy, the director activated the final preparation sequence for the execution device. The countdown displayed. 24 hours. Reina overrode the holding level security with a cloned access card. She slipped into the corridor undetected.
Kenta, there's no time. You are not just a janitor, you are the prototype, the genetic source of all S ranks.
Prototype. Then the flashbacks are real. The lab, the capsule, it all happened to me. I remember voices. Suppress and observe. They drugged me, erased decades. They've been watching me all along.
That's why the director wants you dead. If you awaken fully, you could reclaim every ability. But that's not your fault.
Suddenly, the corridor flared red. Klaxons wailed. The security system had flagged Reina's unauthorized access.
They found me. I am sorry. I couldn't let them execute you without you knowing the truth.
Elite guards in black armor stormed the cell block. They seized Reina and threw her into the cell with Kenta.
You've sealed your fate, Reina. Now both anomalies will be erased. Begin the execution protocol immediately.
The execution device's hum echoed through the stone. Kenta and Reina, trapped together, faced the final countdown. The hum of the execution device grew louder. Kenta's body convulsed as suppressed memories tore through his mind.
I see it clearly now. The lab, the capsule. They injected me with blue serum and whispered, "Suppression, successful."
More fragments surfaced. A janitor's uniform forced on him, hidden cameras, daily reports. He had been their experiment for 30 years.
They kept me as a janitor to watch me. A living blueprint for all their S ranks. My life was never my own.
Then every S rank, including me, is built on your stolen life. It's monstrous. I won't let it continue.
Suddenly, Kenta screamed. Blue energy erupted from his cuffs, shattering the suppression band. His raw power leaked.
He's breaching the suppression. Transfer them to the execution chamber immediately. Do not let him stabilize.
Guards in black armor rushed in, but Kenta's uncontrolled aura hurled them against the walls. The cell filled with blinding blue light.
Kenta, look at me. Don't let them turn your pain into a weapon. You are not a monster, you are a survivor.
The floor lurched. The entire cell began descending into the Academy's depths, straight toward the execution chamber. The cell ground to a halt inside a vast chamber. A massive suppression device. The mast loomed at its center, pulsing with red energy.
Welcome to the end. Subject 001. You have no idea what you carry inside. You A failsafe we engineered into every S rank.
Failsafe? What are you talking about?
When any S rank derived from Kenta dies, their ability returns to him. Over 30 years, 47 have perished. He now houses 47 latent abilities.
47. So many lives tied to me, and all their abilities, sleeping inside my body.
If you awaken completely, you'll drain every living S rank and become a god-like threat. That's why we must eliminate you now.
You are just afraid of losing control. You created us from a stolen life, and now you want to destroy the proof.
Mechanical arms descended, grabbing Reina and forcing her into a restraint pod. Kenta was dragged onto the central platform.
Initiating execution sequence. The suppression field will collapse his cellular matrix. Goodbye, Subject 001.
The device roared to life. Red energy crawled toward Kenta's body, and the chamber filled with a deafening, pulsing hum. The red energy struck Kenta's chest. Instead of disintegrating him, it detonated outward, a shockwave of blue power. Kenta's eyes snapped open, blazing with an intense blue light. 47 distinct energy signatures erupted from his body like trapped stars. The chamber became a maelstrom of abilities. Flames, lightning, shadows, and blinding light swirled around him in a chaotic vortex. Reina's restraint pod shuddered as debris flew. Unconsciously, Kenta raised a hand, and a solid blue barrier shimmered around her. His body moved on instinct. Even in his uncontrolled state, his power chose to protect rather than destroy.
The suppression field has collapsed. All containment systems are failing. Mobilize every S-rank squad immediately.
The chamber walls cracked. Kenta floated at the storm's center, his screams swallowed by the roaring energies that tore at reality.
Kenta, don't let it consume you. You are more than their experiment. You are the person who chose to protect me.
Who I am. The janitor, who was never meant to exist, but also the sum of 47 souls who never wanted this.
Across the academy, silent alarms blared. Every elite S-rank squad mobilized, converging on the chamber to contain the awakening. Reina channeled her S-rank strength and shattered the restraint pod. She stumbled into the chaos, eyes fixed on Kenta, dodging flying debris. She sprinted toward the vortex. Blue energy whipped around her, but she pressed on.
Kenta, I'm here. Don't lose yourself. You are not their weapon. You are a person who deserves to live.
That voice. Reina. She's reaching me. I can't let her die.
Eliminate her. All units target the girl and the subject. Fire at will.
The guards leveled their weapons. Reina threw herself in front of Kenta, arms spread wide.
If you're going to kill him, you'll have to kill me first. I won't let you erase him again.
Kenta's hand moved. A shimmering blue barrier erupted between Reina and the guards, absorbing the incoming fire. The vortex paused. For a heartbeat, the chaos receded. Kenta's consciousness surfaced, his eyes clearing.
Impossible. He's stabilizing. All squadrons breach that chamber. I want him contained now.
Inside the protective barrier, Kenta's vision blurred. The chaotic chamber faded, replaced by a silent void filled with blue light. 47 translucent figures materialized around him, men and women in S-rank uniforms, their faces peaceful yet burdened.
They're the fallen S-ranks, the ones whose abilities I carry. They're still here, inside me. They don't blame me. They're trapped, unable to rest because I hold their abilities.
In the center of the void, a bright, calm core pulsed, his original power a nullification field that suppressed all else.
This is my true ability. It can release them. But if I let go of the 47, I'll be left with almost nothing.
The vision intensified. If he didn't release the souls soon, the accumulated energy would consume him and destroy everything nearby.
I have to choose. Keep this power and become the weapon they fear, or sacrifice it to free these souls and protect others.
The barrier flickered as Kenta's concentration wavered. Outside, The Academy forces regrouped, preparing another assault.
But if I give up the power, how can I stop the director? Will Reina and I even survive?
The blast doors buckled. An elite S-rank squad stormed in, veterans with abilities derived directly from Kenta's suppressed DNA.
Stop! He's not your enemy. The Academy used him to create us all. You owe your strength to his stolen life.
The squad saw only a living weapon. Energy blasts and kinetic strikes hammered the barrier, spiderwebbing cracks across its surface.
They won't listen. Every blow I block pulls a soul tighter. Their pain is becoming mine.
Instinct took over. Kenta reached for one of the 47 abilities. A spectral flame erupted from his hand, forcing the squad back.
Number, this fire belonged to someone. I feel her last moments. A training accident, burning. Her agony floods my mind.
Reina grabbed his shoulder. His skin was icy, blue veins pulsing with alien light.
Look at me. If you keep drawing on those powers, you'll lose yourself completely. We need another way.
She's right. Every ability I use is a chain on a soul. But if I don't fight, we die. If I keep fighting, I become what they fear.
The squad regrouped for a final assault. Kenta's barrier flickered, and his body shook as if tearing apart. The next blow would force his hand.
Kenta, let them go. You've proven you are not a weapon. Even if we die here, you've freed yourself from their control. I'll stand with you.
She's right. I can't keep these souls trapped any longer. It's time to let them rest.
Kenta closed his eyes. A deep breath. Then his body became a conduit. Brilliant blue light erupted from his core. 46 radiant orbs tore from his body, each carrying the essence of a fallen S-rank. The pain nearly split him apart. The orbs shot through the chamber, unhindered by barriers or walls. They sought the living finish ranks they once belonged to, or faded into peaceful oblivion. The elite squad stumbled. For a heartbeat, they were ordinary, their stolen abilities returning to their true sources. Kenta collapsed, completely drained. Reina lunged forward, catching him before his head struck the floor.
You did it. They're free, and so are you.
No more chains. But I kept one thing. My nullification.
Only his original power remained, a pure nullification field that shimmered around them. Outside, the director's fury erupted. The Academy forces halted. Some S-ranks paled as they felt their power drain, the stolen gifts returning to their origins. Confusion rippled through the ranks. A few soldiers stared at their hands in disbelief. Others glanced accusingly at the director's hologram.
You think this changes anything? He's still a threat. Destroy them now. Final order.
But the soldiers hesitated. Reina rose, positioning herself between Kenta and the squad, her stance unyielding.
Look at yourselves. You've been freed from an unethical system. Don't become its executioners.
The squad leader faltered, but behind them, a massive shadow fell. The director himself had descended to oversee the kill. Director Kurosawa stepped into the broken chamber, his eyes blazing with fury. He raised a hand, energy crackling in his palm.
He's coming for us. My nullification. It's all I have left. I won't let him hurt Reina.
Kenta struggled to his feet, his body trembling. He extended a hand, and a sphere of calm blue light expanded outward. The director's blast struck the field and dissipated like mist. The nullification zone held firm. Kenta met Kurosawa's stare, unmoving.
Your ability came from me. My nullification erases it. You have no power here. I won't become the monster you designed. I am letting you live.
Kenta reached for the Academy's broadcast controls, his fingers steady. A campus-wide channel opened. Holographic screens across every hall flared to life. Project Genesis files, DNA blueprints, and a list of 47 fallen S-ranks streamed publicly. Students and faculty froze as the truth unfolded. For decades, their abilities had been stolen from a single suppressed life. A senior faculty member pointed at the director. Internal affairs officers surrounded him, forcing his hands behind his back.
This isn't over. The Academy needs order. Needs me.
Kenta and Reina walked through the chaos, unchallenged. The nullification field faded, but no one tried to stop them.
So? That's it? No more hiding? What happens now?
We start something new. Somewhere, abilities aren't built on stolen lives.
I am not going back. I'll renounce my S rank. That title was built on your suffering.
Reina tore the S rank emblem from her collar and let it fall. The wind carried it away across the courtyard.
You don't have to. Your future, your status.
My future is wherever you rebuild. I am not letting you do this alone.
Then we'll find a place. Somewhere people can learn to control their own power, not stolen gifts.
For the first time in 30 years, Kenta felt a purpose that was entirely his own. Not observation, not survival. Creation. Reina fell into step beside him. Two former tools of a broken system, now choosing their own path.
So, what do we call this new place? And where do we even start?
We'll call it a school for true potential. And we start by believing in each other. That's enough for now.
They walked on, leaving the Royal Academy behind. The world was still uncertain, but their future was finally their own. A month later, Kenta and Reina stood before a crumbling training facility on the city's edge. Its walls were cracked, but its foundation was solid.
This place is a wreck, but it has good bones. We can rebuild it into something real.
It's perfect. Away from the Academy's eyes, we'll make it a place where power is earned, not stolen.
They cleared rubble and patched walls. Each day was exhausting, but for Kenta, it was the first work that felt truly his own.
We need more hands. I've heard from some Academy students they're questioning everything since the broadcast.
Soon, a handful of former Academy students arrived, disillusioned and seeking a new path. They offered their labor without hesitation.
My nullification can create a dome where abilities are neutralized. Here, anyone can train without fear of hurting others.
This is revolutionary. No more catastrophic training accidents. People can learn control without fear.
Word spread. More came. Former S ranks stripped of their stolen powers. Young aspirants seeking an ethical way. The school began to breathe. Kenta stood at the center. No longer a janitor in the shadows, but a guide. His past had forged a new future, one training session at a time. Inside the nullification dome, Reina trained relentlessly. Without the crutch of her engineered S-rank ability, she felt something missing, a hollow ache.
It's like there's a wall inside me. The Academy's experiments didn't just give me power. They buried something deeper.
The suppression didn't just erase memories. It locked away natural potentials. In this dome, the noise is quieted. Listen to what's left.
Reina closed her eyes. The ache dissolved into a quiet, glowing thread, a connection not to borrowed power, but to the emotions of those around her.
I can feel their hope, their fear. This is my real ability. Not destruction, but connection.
She opened her eyes, and the golden aura pulsed outward, touching everyone in the room with a wave of calm understanding.
It was never about the S rank. The Academy spent decades forcing power on people, silencing who they really were.
Now you see, true potential doesn't come from a stolen blueprint. It comes from understanding oneself. This is our proof.
Word of Reina's awakening spread. Former S ranks, stripped of their artificial powers, came seeking not restoration, but their own hidden abilities. The school's philosophy was no longer just a hope. It was a proven path. Kenta's silent wait had finally led to a revolution born, not of power, but of self-discovery. Months later, an official inquiry exposed the full scope of Project Genesis. The Academy's genetic enhancement program was shut down permanently.
It's over. The Academy can't hurt anyone else.
They'll need a new path now. Many will come seeking what we offer.
Director Kurosawa was sentenced to life for illegal human experimentation and conspiracy. His sentence was broadcast worldwide. Without their abilities, Many former S ranks were powerless. They flocked to the only place offering hope.
I know what it's like to lose everything. But your potential is not defined by any experiment.
Kenta's body still bore the cost. He often needed rest, but his presence anchored the school.
He's stretched thin, but every day he gives more. This school is his life now.
Official recognition arrived, a certification as a legitimate training institution, separate from the tainted academy legacy. Kenta looked upon the faces of those who chose the harder path. His own long silence had finally found a voice. On the first anniversary of the school, sunlight streamed through the patched windows. Every bench in the training hall was filled.
A year ago, I was a janitor with no past. Today, I see faces that chose to believe in their own strength, not stolen power.
His voice was steady, but the faint blue aura around him shimmered softly. The same power that once raged now, a gentle glow.
He's changed so much, no longer hiding.
The academy tried to erase me, but they couldn't erase the truth. We are defined not by stolen genetics, but by what we choose to become.
A murmur of agreement rippled through the students. Many had lost everything, but found a new purpose within these walls.
Thank you, Reina, for seeing a person, not a prototype. And to all of you, for trusting this path.
We trust you because you believed in us first.
The blue aura expanded. Not a weapon, but a warm embrace, enveloping the room in a sense of hard-won peace.
This is only the beginning. Let's continue to prove that true potential comes from within.
After the ceremony, Kenta and Reina walked into the small garden behind the school. Students trained in the distance, their laughter carrying on the breeze.
Do you ever regret it? Giving up all that power, the 46 abilities, to free them?
Regret. Number. I gained more than I lost. Every one of those souls found peace, and I found a reason to live.
He watched a group of young trainees practicing basic stances, their auras flickering not from stolen power, but from growing inner strength.
You gave up being the most powerful being alive, and yet you are more at peace than I've ever seen.
Power isn't strength. Letting go took more courage than holding on, and I wasn't alone.
A gentle breeze stirred the cherry blossoms. A single blue feather drifted down from the clear sky, spinning lazily before resting on Kenta's shoulder.
A feather. They're at peace. All 47 of them are finally free.
Then your choice was right. And this place, it's their legacy too.
They stood in silence, the weight of 30 years finally lifted. The school, their school, hummed with life behind them, a new dawn carved from old shadows. The school transformed with each passing season. New wings extended from the original humble building, reaching toward the sky. In the central courtyard stood a bronze statue of Kenta in a janitor's jumpsuit. One hand extended, a faint blue glow etched in metal. A modest plaque read, Subject 001. Not a prototype, but a pioneer. Visitors often stopped there. Old academy students, now grown, would touch the base and bow their heads in quiet respect. Reina, her hair now streaked with silver, would stand beside the statue on quiet mornings, her golden aura mingling with the blue. She never forgot the day a quiet janitor saved more than her life. He saved her soul. And neither did the thousands who passed through these gates. Students learned not to fear their powers, but to understand them. No stolen blueprints, only self-discovery. The Royal Academy crumbled into a forgotten footnote. But this school, born from suffering and sacrifice, became the gold standard, and the janitor, who once was forgotten, became the foundation not of their powers, but of their future. He never sought to be remembered, but here, in the heart of every soul who trained under his dome, his name lived.